So first of all, just your reading then on the decision taken by the Tunisian president here. Does he have a legal justification for doing so?
Thank you very much for having me. So first of all, we can say that there are some political justifications in Tunisia for the president to take these measures because there have been an ongoing economic, political, and social crisis in Tunisia. However, when it comes to legal justification, it's a bit more murkier. Obviously, the president Saied is a constitutional law professor, so he understands the legal aspect of the situation as well. However, as you mentioned, there are certain things in this Article 80 that are a bit stretched. There are three things that we can mention that went a bit beyond what is written in the article. One is that the president was supposed to consult with the prime minister and the speaker of the parliament, and it seems like this didn't happen. At least the president says that he did that to some extent, but it was not fully done. The second thing is the parliament sessions were supposed to continue even with the measures. However, without dissolving the parliament, the president froze the sessions of the parliament. And the third, and I think the most important thing with the legal justification problem is that the solution from this deadlock is upon the Constitutional Court in Tunisia, according to Constitution. However, since 2014, despite the mandate, no Constitutional Court was founded in Tunisia. And without the Constitutional Court, it is not all clear how the Tunisian political system can get out of this gridlock.
Absolutely, and that's a really excellent point there, Professor. This does go to the Constitutional Court now, but of course, as you rightly point out, the Constitutional Court in Tunisia doesn't exist. So how do we proceed from here? There are meant to be 30 days when consultations are taking place. As you will know, there's been dialogue called for the next few days. So how do you see this playing out?
Well, it is not clear. I mean, everyone has some opinions, but it's not all clear how we can go. There are different scenarios, but we can name three potential scenarios. The first is an all-out coup with going to a dictatorship a la Sisi 2013 Egypt, but this is probably the least likely scenario. The second scenario is that maybe after this process, the President Kais Saied will keep controlling the political system, but at the same time, he will open for elections and continue the sessions of the parliament under his control. So in a way, he will find his solutions with a system that falls a bit shorter of democracy, with him being the strongman. And the potential third option is that, and this is the option that most of President Saied's supporters think, that this will be a temporary measure in which President Kais Saied will rule the country by decree for a while and end the corruption, make some new laws, and after that point, he will continue the democratic process and open up for free, fair, and competitive elections. Obviously, it is not all clear which scenario we will go, and this will depend on the reaction of different political actors in Tunisia, as well as the ongoing negotiations between President Kais Saied and the opposition groups.
And of course that everyone will be very pleased that what has happened in Tunisia hasn't descended into violence. There haven't been large-scale killings, as we often see when there is political turmoil in countries. So that is something to be thankful for. And I guess for watchers of political machinations like yourself and like me, this is a fascinating moment because this constitution has only been in place for a short amount of time. And of course, when this action was brought in, when Parliament was suspended, people came out onto the streets in support of the president.
Yeah, I mean, this is to some extent related with what I said at the beginning. There are some political reasons, some important political reasons why President Kais Saied took these measures. There have been an ongoing crisis in Tunisia, and most Tunisians were not happy with the outcomes of the revolution. At the very least, people think that the revolution did not meet the expectations that it created back in 2010, 2011. And this is to a good extent true. So people start to develop a nostalgia for the times before the revolution, even if not like going back to the times of Zain al-Abidin bin Ali. People probably think that a strong man can resolve some of the political, economic, and social problems in Tunisia. And President Kais Saied taken some measures such as this, and potentially showing some hope for the people to resolve these crises might be the reason why people were cheering the decision from President Kais Saied. But we should also emphasize that even though some of the Tunisians are supporting these measures, some others are opposing it as well. And we can see that in the political elite level as well.